Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mac back with another original, man. And today we're going to be talking about the fall of our brother Canada. You hate to see it, but man, there were signs. But now Canada's turning into a third world country. First of all, they're getting all cozy with China, trade relationships. They're doing things with China, okay? They're trying to be more independent, not rely on us, which I can understand. That's not really why I think Canada has gone downhill. Why I really think Canada has gone downhill, because they're getting rid of freedom of speech. Yes, freedom of speech. The government, tell you what is hate speech and what is not hate speech. Now, I know some of y'all remember under Biden when government had more control of social media companies like Twitter before Elon. A lot of people were getting their accounts banned. They were getting their comments, you can't see them. Same thing happened on YouTube now, but it was a lot more rampant back then. And the UK decided to, one up that and say, you know what, blocking these accounts and blocking their messages, that's cool and all, but what if we could have a little bit more fun? What if we could put people in jail for their comments online? That sounds a lot more fun, doesn't it? So yeah, UK did that and Canada is following suit. For instance, hate speech. What is hate speech? Like I said, hate speech is speech the government hates. So an example would be like, I don't know, a biological male. If you called a biological male who decided, I want to be a woman now, if you decided to call that man a man, that's hate speech. Off to jail you go, buddy. So that is hate speech. You can go to jail for that, okay? Anything deemed politically incorrect, just think of it that way. All right? But now, Canada decided to step up the game a little bit now. They decide, you know what? I'm tired of these people asking us, these journalists, asking us all these politically incorrect questions. So, guess what? The only journalists we will answer questions to are journalists appointed by our government. What is that? Does that sound like a first world country to you? Does it? You know who it sounds like? Sounds like China. Coincidence, right? Crazy. But it's going even further than that, ladies and gentlemen. Canada is now, through their C9 bill, also trying to limit religion as regards to hate speech. So basically, the government can say, you know what? This religion is pretty hateful. It says, I don't know, if you're gay, you're going to burn in hell. That's what this religion says. And that sounds pretty hateful to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to make your religion illegal. Your religion is now illegal. But guess what? Guess what? That only applies to Western religions. You know, these people over here, people that have been taken over, people that recently been throwing homemade explosive devices in New York, those people. These people, we don't think anything's wrong with their religion. In fact, we don't think anything's wrong with their religion. But your religion, we ain't feeling it so much. All those churches, 120 that have been either vandalized, burnt to the ground, or set on fire. Those people that we love so much, those are the people that are doing it. We know they're doing it, but they're the protected class over here. So We ain't going to do nothing about it. Actually, you know what? We might put them in jail for about a couple hours, and then we'll let them right go. We'll let them go. Because this religion, this is what we like over here now. We're all about Sharia law over here. All that Western white garbage, we ain't with that no more. We done with it. We don't care. All right? Oh, yeah, by the way, that U.S. Embassy in Canada was recently shot up. And guess who probably shot it up? I'm just speculating, but I think it's those same people throwing homemade explosive devices in New York. I think it's the same people burning down churches in Canada. I think that's the same people. But guess what? Journalists, you can't talk to us anymore. Don't ask questions. Okay? Because you asking these questions is kind of, I don't know, the R word. So, oh yeah, by the way, our military has been doing some secret missions, and we're not keeping the U.S. in the loop anymore. So, yeah, we're independent. We do our own thing. We're not telling you nothing. Whatever happens, happens. Canada, you are not a friend. You are not an ally. I feel sorry for the people, but you are a national security threat. In fact, I think I can go as far as saying, after all you've done recently, and tomorrow, with the House of Commons, we're going to see whether or not you deem these Western religions to be evil or hate speech. We're going to see what you say. And based on what you do and how you move, this could be, you might be on the list next. It's going to go Venezuela, Iran, Cuba, and now Canada. I think you're on the list next. I don't know if you're fourth or fifth. We'll see about Greenland. I'm just messing around. We're not doing nothing to Greenland. But Canada, I'm not joking about that. I think you're going to be on that list. You're a national security threat. Your government is allowed in crazy amounts of crime. They're getting rid of free speech. And now you're about to get rid of religion? If it happens tomorrow. It might not happen. But we're going to see what happens. And if this does happen, I think this will ultimately change our relationship big time. And we might have to cut y'all off, like, completely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Sorry, Canadians. I'm sorry. But can you imagine if Kamala Harris was president right now? We'd all be practicing Sharia law. But I'm glad we're not. Peace.